Very good morning, students. Today we are going to see the third chapter of our history. That is the ruling the countryside. Ruling the countryside. We are going to see, and we will go through the mind map of the lesson. First topic. It is the company. The company become the divan. That is the first topic. Second topic, the revenue for the company. Then third topic, it is the new methods need to improve the agriculture. Then next point is next point it is indigo on the land of riots, then the blue rebellion. Like that, five topics we want to study. So today we will study first three topics. First one, it is the company. They are becoming the divan. That topic we are going to see. In that we can see the Mughal emperor appointed East India Company as divan of Bengal. The Mughal kings, they are appointing to whom East India Company for what to become the Diwan of West Bengal or Bengal region. The next one, as a Diwan, the company become the chief financial administrator. They are becoming the chief financial administrator of that particular territory under their control. Means Bengal region, they was able, they become the chief financial administrator and to collect the revenue. Then third point, it is the for this land had to administrate for this land had to be administered and revenue resources organized. So two things they are doing. First one, they are doing administration. Second one, they are doing the organized so that enough revenue could be generated. First one, they are making the proper administration. Second one, they are organizing the land revenue resources. Means they are completing the survey and other things. By that way, they are able to get maximum revenue from Bengal region. Then fourth point of the same topic, it is the company. They learn to move with a caution of pacify those who are held power and authority. Means the local leaders are there. The local leaders was there, and they are trying to pacify them. They are trying to avoid them, and they are trying to get power in their hand. Like that, four topics we want to study. Then second one, it is the revenue for the company. Revenue, how they will get the revenue. Already they got the power of divanship in their hand. That's why it is very easy to collect revenue from the people. And for that, what all things they done. Then being granted divani, the company was itself as a trader. Company, even though they came for trade, but they got the divani ship, and they are looking themselves as a traders, and they want to increase their revenue. And for what? To buy the cotton and silk in cheap rate. They want to purchase cotton and silk in cheap rate. That's why they want to get maximum revenue. And within the 5 years, the revenue collected from Bengal could finance company export. How much they needed for export purpose, that much they started to collect just after 5 years. When they got a rule from that, if it was in, for example, it was in 1765 August, and just after 5 years means they when it reached to 70, that time they was able to purchase how much they need for export all this money from the revenue what they are collecting from that Bengal region. And fourth point, it is Bengal become the face of economic crisis because economic crisis, and peasants and artisans deserted their villages. The many peasants, because the low price of this cotton and the things are agriculture product what they produce, it become very low in price. That's why what they done, they went away from their own area, or what, in other words, here it is given like that, they deserted their villages because they went away. If this is the village and they are taking in very low price, then these people of this area, they are moving from here to here or some other areas. That's why this village is become empty. Because means wherever the British people was ruling, that area people, they went to out of that British area, and reached again in under the control of Mughal emperor or the local kings. And the fourth point, it is the famine of in the same time Bengal faced a famine, and that is in 1770, that made a worse situation, or the worst situation in Bengal, because already they are getting very low price, and the revenue is collecting by British people, and that same revenue they are making use for their trade instead of the well-being of the people. And the common people, they are cultivators, the farmers, they are getting very low price. With that, they face a very big famine, and near about 2 million people died in this famine. That was the condition. That's why we can see very struggle situation there in Bengal. Then we are moving to the third point, that is the need to improve the agriculture, because they understood that the people, they are deserting their land and they are going away. So nobody is not nobody's, they are not ready to work for British company. So they are thinking like that, how they can improve their agriculture. Then the debate is going on with the company officials, how they can encourage the investment, or how they can encourage agriculture. The people, those who are the zamindars or the local leaders, landowners, was not ready to invest money for the agriculture purpose. So the British people started to think how we can encourage the investment as well as encouraging the agriculture. That was the one of the reason for need of improved agriculture here in India. Then British people, they started a permanent system, and in that Rajas and talukdars, they recognize and ask zamindars. The Rajas and talukas then started to known as zamindars, and the zamindars they start asked to collect rent from the peasants and pay revenue to the company. Means the Rajas and talukas, they want to collect tax and pay to the company. They want to collect, instead of tax, what they started to say, the rent of the land, the land rent they want to collect and pay to the company. Then last point, the revenue was fixed. The revenue was fixed in permanent system. The permanent system means, already we said about the permanent settlement started. In permanent settlement, how much rent they want to give, or how much this one, what we can say, rent they want to give, or revenue, what how much they want to give to the company, it was fixed. So let us move, means once again we'll go back to the points. First point, it is the company become the divan. Second one, revenue for the company. Third one, need to improve agriculture. So this much topic we'll go through the textbook, will go little bit faster, because the already we have seen that mind map of the lesson. So I don't think that much time we want to spend on this particular topic. Okay, let us move to the lessons what we studied. Okay, third chapter, that is ruling the countryside. Ruling the countryside means the how the British people ruling countryside means village area. The countryside means village area, not the big towns. Already big towns was under the control of British people. Then how they are coming to the village area, and for that purpose again we want to understand company becoming the divan. All these things we discussed in last chapter itself, and when and what that we are going to see. Let us see that one. And company become the divan. August 12th, 1765, Mughal emperor appointed East India Company as the divan of Bengal. Used to ask us one mark question. You can note that one in your textbook as a one mark question. Fill in the blanks or match the pair like that. And it that time, who was the leader of British people? Robert Clive was the leader. That also used to ask us one word question. And they are giving one painting they done here, that shows like that how the East India Company, they are getting power from the Mughal king, that they are showing. And The few English people and some of the Indians was witnessed the handovering of the divanship. But the painting, what they done here, it is they want to they made in a royal way, because they want to imagine like that it is a big event of the British people, because they are getting territory under them. Then next one, the by divan, what it mean divan? Divans means the chief financial administrators. Already we said that one, and they are administering the land as well as organizing the revenue. They how they are becoming the chief financial administrators? By administering the land as well as organizing the revenue. And there many activities they done for that, growing the expense of the company. That's why they want to meet the expense of the company. For that purpose, they are thinking like that, how they can improve the tax, how much they are collecting from the common people of that area. Okay, next, then we can see that the we can see that the company, the over the years, the company also learned that the some of the problems they understood, and they only being an aligned power, if they are getting power, then and pacifying the they want to overthrow or destroy all the local leaders. By that they will get authority and prestige, then only they can rule over the land properly. Otherwise they others will, they will control them, like that they understood. And how was the this done? How the British people done that one? First one, colonize the countryside. They started to colonize the countryside. And second one, they started to organize the revenue resources. Then redefine the rights of the people. Then produce the crops it wanted. It means company, East India Company. Four things they are doing. First one, they are making countryside under them. Then organizing the revenue resources. Then redefining the rights of the people. Then producing the crops what they wanted. Okay, we'll continue in next video.